A very good morning, students. Welcome to Vayu News IAS analysis of 26th June. Now, let's get into the articles today in the Hindu newspaper given. Now, the first article what we are going to discuss today is about keeping humanity at the center of the AI revolution. As we already know that this AI concept is a emerging concept, and also because of the increase of globalization across the world, this AI has become center of the world. Now, the main thing is that this AI has been advanced into many sectors in the economy of a country. Let's say, for example, if we discuss about the applications of AI, there are various applications of AI. Let's say, for example, in the field of the health. So, in the healthcare systems, this artificial intelligence is used in various ways, like usage of the robotic assistance while performing the surgery. And also, it will help doctors in order to assist while taking care of the patients. And also, it will help in the discovery of the various drugs which are used for various illnesses. So this is how some of the examples where AI has been used in the healthcare sector. And let's discuss about other sectors where AI has been used, that is educational sector. In the educational sector also, AI has been upgraded and used for the personalized monitoring of the students. Nowadays, education has become a globally competitive where personalized monitoring for each and every student is need of the hour. So, AI helps in solving these kind of things, and also AI helps in revolutionizing the education by various graphics, videos, which makes the learning simpler and easy for the student. And also, coming to the next application, AI can also be used in the various sectors. Let's say, for example, in the agricultural sector. In the agriculture sector, AI helps to assist the farmers in order to predict the weather. So, predict the occurrence of rainfall, monsoons, all these things, and also helps farmers by making them knowledgeable on various things like the crops to be grown, like how to improve the soil condition. All these things are being guided with the help of the AI in the agricultural sector. So these are not only limited, AI also advanced into military system of India, where it helps to guide the military professionals in order to make their tasks easy, and also in the usage of the various weapons. So this is the sample view where AI has been evolved into many sectors in the economy. Now, before understanding of this article, we should understand what is the main gist of the article, what that the author is trying to explain in this. Here, the author is explaining about the issue called intelligent use of AI. So, he is explaining intelligent use of AI. Before understanding this term, we need to understand two main terms, that is emotional AI and ethical AI. Emotional AI and ethical AI, where these two are acting as challenges for the AI working. Let's say, for example, automated driving system cars are there where it will assist the driver, and also in some cases it will assist the driver like way to grow all these things. But in case of automated driving car systems, the car can drive itself without having the driver itself. So in those cases, let's explain the challenges that are faced in these two particular fields. Let's say, for example, the driver is driving the car and he is some sort of sleepiness, drowsiness he is having, the AI system immediately grasp his emotions. Let's say the contraction of the muscles, facial expressions, drowsiness, and he will alert the driver. So this is the called as emotional artificial intelligence, where it is helping the driver to prevent these kind of accidents, injuries, etc. So this is a positive concept. Now there are some of the negative concepts also with respect to these things. And that is, let's say for example, two persons, let's say one small child and one old woman are going in front of the car, and driverless car is driving the car. Now in that case scenario, that car can assume that it can save maximum only life of one person, where it compulsory there is no way to save other person's life. So in that case, what decision does AI take? So these kinds of things, and if in case accident has been happened, let's say for example, the selfless automatic driving car is driving. Now it is not able to see any kind of person in front of the car. Now automatically it goes and hits that person. Now who is holding the responsibility? Whether the person who manufactured the car, or where parts has been assembled, or where this technology has been deployed, or the person who is using the vehicle, means the owner of the vehicle. So whom to be blamed? So these kinds of issues are present in the emotional AI. And while coming to optical usage of this ethical AI, what it meant to be is that integration of ethics into working of the AI systems. This is the main thing what the AI systems need to implement in the present days. So this is about emotional AI and ethical AI. Now, the main thing what author is discussing in this topic is that, of course, AI is helping the humans in order to advance in various ways in their lifestyle, but there are some of the challenges. So, the challenges what the author is presenting in this article is that since this AI is human made, it should not diverge or cross the limits that has been created by humans, and it should not be used for destructions of the life of humans who have created it. This is the first challenge he is presenting. And also, as I discussed above, decision making of AI system is also a problem. So, emotional and ethical decisional making of the AI is also the problem, where it works on solely on the predefined code. Let's say for example, if any code has been given to the AI system in order to discriminate the black people when compared to white people. Let's say for example, an AI system has been deployed in order to classify and select the resumes of the persons. So let's say 100 applicants has been applied for the job, and an AI system is deployed in order to select only potential 50 candidates, some 50 candidates. Now, if the source code is deployed in the AI in order to not to select blacks and also to select whites, in that case, even though the black persons who are having excellence in the academic calculations and everything, the algorithm is not going to select that particular black persons. So these kind of ethical things can also cause a danger to the working of the economy. So these are the main challenges that are present in the AI system. Also, one more challenge is that before I already discussed that this entire world is working as a globalized and the integrated world. Data sovereignty is the main issue, where the security of the data and privacy of the data will be in the threat. Why? Because there is a wide scope of misuse of the data. So these are the main concerns that the author is portraying in this particular article. So before going to understand this article, these are the basic things what you need to understand. First is definition of AI and application of AI in various fields. And you should be aware of these emotional AI and ethical AI, and you must link it with the challenges that are being faced by the AI systems. This is about this particular article. Now, in this article, I have highlighted two sentences, one term and second term with green highlighting. So remember this term, the destiny of intelligence. The destiny of intelligence. Try to write this term in some sort of newspaper book somewhere. So while you're writing of the question with regarding to AI systems, you can use this term called the destiny of intelligence. Means AI systems are being introduced by the humans. So human brain has the capability to create the AI systems. But what about the destiny of the intelligence? Means AI systems are overtaking human intelligence. Of course, if it is in the good way, it is good. But if it is overtaking in the harmful ways, then what about the destiny of the intelligence? What we have created for it. So this is the term which you can use it in the challenges of the AI system. Okay, please note down this term. And one more thing I have highlighted is that human dignity is threatened by new forms of dehumanization. So for that example, you can use the case study now as I told, like blacks versus whites while selecting for any kind of job opportunity. So try to use these two sentences and this word and that particular sentence in your answer writing, which will help you give value edge over the others. Now, this particular article, what we should learn in the prelims point of view and what we should learn in the mains point of view. So, in the prelims point of view, you need to understand about various kinds of AI systems. Let's say, for example, frugal AI. Okay, so various kinds of AI systems, and also what are various declarations that is made by different countries across the world regarding the artificial intelligence. So, these are the two things what you need to learn about the prelims. One is terminology, new kind of terms and new various types of AI systems you need to learn about that, and also various declarations. Let's say, for example, they'll give name of one particular declaration. So which country has made this declaration and which countries are part of this particular declaration. So these things you need to study about the prelims point of view. And coming to the mains point of view, you need to highlight all these terms, applications of the AI and also challenges, and you can use these terms called emotional AI and the ethical AI. And along with that, please highlight those two, one word and one sentence in your answer rating. So this is what we learned from this particular newspaper article. Now, let's move on to next article. Next article. So this article is mentioning about as home care needs rise, insurance gaps widen. So this article is mentioning about the home caregivers. So here it has been highlighted that in 1950, what happens is that India's life expectancy is 41 years. But now it has been increased to 72 years. So 41 years to 72 years, the average life of the Indian has been increased from 1950 to 2024. Now, this is a positive thing. So, this is a positive thing where country will have maximum capacity in order to utilize the functions, capabilities and abilities of the humans, where it can increase its economic budget, everything. Now, the thing is that, but number of old age people at present, they are roughly around 10 to 11% of the total population. Now, there is a scope in order to increase to around 20% of the total population by 2050. So, this is a concerning issue. even though this population has been increasing, there are some of the other issues that are being concerned. The other issues like increase of non-communicable diseases and various new forms of virus diseases. Let's say, for example, heart diseases, cardiology diseases. So these kinds of diseases are being increasing even in the youth also. The major reason for this is that change in the lifestyle, food habits, everything. Now, the thing is that in the presence of these kind of issues, let's say, for example, there are some kind of injuries or some kind of illness which needs lifelong care. Let's say, for example, are you aware of the rare diseases? So, rare diseases means among the lakhs of people, very few people are prone to this particular disease, and also medical treatment for that particular disease is also costly. So, that diseases are called as rare diseases. So, those diseases are rare diseases. Now, in order to solve all these problems, what happens is that initial hospitalization is itself not enough. Why? Because let's say a person has suffered from any kind of cardiac issue or something. Let's say the person is kept in the ICU for 10 days. So, even after coming from the hospital, he need to have proper home care. So, he need to have proper home care where home caregivers or nurses are required for that. So, this article is mentioning about the shortage of these home caregivers or nurses. Let's say the main issue what we are facing right now is that the number of qualified available home care nurses are very, very less. And also the quality of caring and treatment provided by these things is also very low. And also there is no proper coordination among various organizations that are producing these home care nurses. This is the main issue. And one more issue is that out of pocket expenditure. Even when the person is in the hospital, the insurance coverage that he has taken is covering the expenses. But what about the expenses that occurs to the person when he came from out of the hospital to the home? So he requires lot of medication, food, healthy food, everything that requires even more amount of the expenditure when the person is in the hospital. So in that cases, coverage of insurance. So insurance cover in that particular area is very low. And also these home care givers in that particular area are also low experienced. So these are the main issues that are being highlighted in this particular article. So how you can use this particular article is that in the mains point of view, this article is significant. Nothing to be read and important from this for the prelims point of view. So for the mains point of view, whenever any question has been occurred in respect to health systems in India or like any kind of diseases, non-communicable diseases to the persons, you can use it in the challenges and also way forward. In the challenges and the way forward. Let's say, for example, in the challenges, you can highlight this issue of the lack of proper qualified home care givers. You can highlight this issue in the challenges, and also you can also highlight about lack of proper coverage of insurance once the person is out of the hospital and he is taking the home care. These two challenges you can highlight there. And also in the way forward, you can explain by mentioning the expansion of the insurance coverage once when the person is returned to home from the hospitalization. So you can use this these concerns, challenges and everything even at the rare diseases concept also. This is what you can learn from this particular article, and in this particular article there are no important terms which you can use in answer writing enhancing. So these are about the challenges and the concepts which are discussed in this particular article. Now let's move on to next article. Next article. So this article is mentioning about India's shipbuilding ambitions can set sail with Korea. As we are very well aware that India and Korea relations are very important, and we are holding a good relations from many number of years. Even since the times of the history, we are having a lot of positive and good relationships with the Korea. Now, here the main article in this regard is that visit of the Korean officials to India. So, this is the main reason why this article has been given here, and it is mentioning about contribution and cooperation in the shipbuilding industry of India with Korea. So before going to understand this article, now let's have a small look at the India-Korea relationships. Now, India-Korea relationships has long age to go, and also we have linkage of the India's Act East policy. India's Act East policy is in connection with the Korea since the times. This is one of the area where we are cooperating, and there is cooperation in the Indo-Pacific region with the Korea, and there is cooperation between India and Korea in various critical minerals and also like semiconductors. There are also cooperation in the semiconductors. And we also have cooperation with each other with respect to trade, where we have trade pact with the Korea. And we both are working in order to cooperate and sideline and reduce the over dependence on China. So these are the various things where India and Korea is having proper maintenance of relationships, and not only this, we are having cooperation in terms of educational sector where knowledge transfer and transfer of human capital is happening, and also in the military sector, in the defense sector, we are having cooperation, especially in the Vajra system. Now, the thing is that before reading this article, you should have proper knowledge on background of the India and the Korea relationships so far. Now, even though these challenges exist, we have some sort of challenges what we are facing between the both the countries, that is dominance of the China's factor. Dominance of the China's factor, where these Chinese products are cheap, and also there is trade deficit for India with respect to Korea. So there occurs trade imbalance, and also even though South Korea is dominating in production of various technologies like semiconductors and etc., so India is not able to reach that particular pace with respect to this Korea, even though Korea is part of our India Semicon program and helping us. So these are the various relationships and also challenges between the India and the Korea. Now, the main thing what author is discussing in this particular article is that advancement of relationships between India and Korea in the shipbuilding industry. So, in the shipbuilding industry, how does the relations between India and Korea can be advanced is being discussed in this article. So, he is mentioning that in order to achieve the India's Maritime Vision 2030 and Maritime Amrit Kal Vision 2047, what we need to do is that we can cooperate with the Korea in shipbuilding industry, where it can help in design and engineering, and also it helps in improving the human capital by transferring the knowledge to us in the shipbuilding industry. So this helps in achieving of the our maritime vision 2030. So this is what you should learn from this particular article. So in GS2 IR paper IR, so whenever any question has come with relations to India and Korea or India and Act East policy, in that particular place you can use this advancement where Korean government has came forward and visited India and showed interest in development of the maritime industry with respect to aligning of India's maritime vision 2030. So when this point is used as an example in your mains answer writing, so it will be an advantage for you. So before understanding this particular concept, you need to have basic idea of the India-Korea relations and also what are various challenges that is being faced between India and the Korea. So this is what you need to learn from this particular article. Now, let's move on to next article. Now, next article is resolve issues faced under MG Narega, Karnataka to center. So, as you already know that this MG Narega scheme has been recently changed its name to VB Gram, Vikasit Bharat Gramin Act. So, now, before understanding this issue, you need to know the changes. MG Narega is being changed into EB Gram. Okay. Now, see. The thing is, before understanding this, you need to understand the changes. Here, 100 days of employment is given and this has been transitioned into 125 days of employment opportunities. And also, here, there is no proper gaps. Let's say, for example, in the proper agricultural season, there is wide need of labor. So at that particular time, there is no gaps in the old MG Narega Act. But here, especially 60 days of absence window, of leave window is being provided in this upgraded version. So this is the main thing what you need to remember. And one more thing is that in original MG Narega Act, there are no particular articles or no particular areas where particularly these MG Narega workers concentrate. But here, there are some areas where MG Narega workers are being concentrated fully. Let's say like development of ponds, roads, etc. So, certain areas of utmost importance has been highlighted in this upgraded version of MG Narega. So, these are the prominent changes you should remember. And also, one more important change is that digital attendance. So, digital attendance is one of the change. And also, it is the major issue that is being faced. Why? Because especially in the rural areas, what happens is that there is no availability of a proper mobile connectivity network. As a result, giving attendance digitally is having a lot of issue. Why? Because if there is no proper network system, then the people who are enrolled in this VB Gram, they are unable to give their attendance. So, there is a loss of wages for them. So, this is the major issue that is being highlighted in this particular article regarding the connectivity issue, network issue on digital attendance of the MG Narega workers. And one more issue that has been highlighted in this particular article is that balance of payments, means the amount that center must pay to the state is of a stake. Why? Because there are no proper allocation of funds in the timely manner. That is also one of the issue where pending of the funds. So these are the two issues that has been highlighted in this particular article. Now see, in the prelims point of view, what you need to understand from this particular article is that they will ask these kind of questions like how MG Narega Act has been changed and what are the various provisions that has been changed. So these things you must remember for the prelims point of view. And coming to the mains point of view, whenever they are asking about working of the governance system in the country or any kind of lapses in the working or e-governance, so whenever these topics has come in the GS2 especially, then you can highlight about this issue that Karnataka government, what it is appealing to the center and the common issues that is being faced by one of the major scheme in the country. Okay, so this is the what you must learn about this particular article in the prelims point of view and in the mains point of view. Now next move into the next article. This article. So this article is mentioning about paper leaks show systematic failure in NTA, says minister. Okay, now before understanding this particular article, we need to understand that paper leaks is one of the major problem that is being faced in India. Even if you consider paper leaks like re-exams in the NEET, everything. Now, the main thing why this has been given is that many number of exams are being conducted in the name of NTA, where in case of paper leak of one particular exam is damaging the reputation of this whole thing of NTA. So this is the main thing where I have highlighted the word called systematic failure. So you can highlight and note down that word called systematic failure, where you can use that word in case of failure of the government in order to achieve some kind of specific targets, especially these kind of NTA exams, everything, etc. So this is what is the major thing what we need to learn from this particular article. Especially I have given this article because of that particular word, systematic failure. Now, if in case of these paper leaks, there are various disadvantages for many people because of these re-exams and re-evaluation, extra burden to government in order to assist and make all the arrangements for the exam conduction again, and also increase of stress among the students, which is leading to suicides. So this is also one of the major issue that the students are being faced. Okay, mental harassment, trauma, suicides, everything. And also this is very, like, it is projecting a gloomy picture to the world about conducting of exams in India. This is what we should learn from this particular article. Now, what are the solutions or way forward what we can do in order to achieve? Means strict implementation of the paper leakage laws. So, anti-paper leakage laws must be strictly implemented, and also proper punishments. Let's say enhancements of the proper punishments, fines, everything must be taken care of. And also the papers must be protected properly by using encryption techniques, everything. So these are the techniques and the steps what we need to take care in this particular thing. Now you can also link one more article here. Recently we have seen in the yesterday's newspaper about Telegram's ban, where we have seen the definition of the information and we have seen about the IT Act 2000, all these provisions. So you can use this particular word called systematic failure in this Telegram ban IT Act issue also. So this is what you should learn from this particular article. Okay, please note down this word called systematic failure. Next article. Now, the next article is more drugs to get QR codes amid fight against fake products. As you all are aware that drugs in India are guided under these drug rules 1945, and India is called as Pharma of World. Means it is the leader of pharmaceuticals of the world. So Pharma of the World is the name that is being given to India. But even though it is excelling very well in the world, but there are some of the challenges that are being existed systematically. So the challenges include fake drugs. Fake drugs, where we have seen many cases where in number of African countries, children consuming these kinds of fake drugs. Let's say one example is that fake kind of cough drugs has caused the killings, mass killings of number of children in the African nations. So this is damaging the reputation of the country as the pharma capital of the world. Now, what is the thing? This is mentioned in this particular article is that in this regard, Drugs Rules 1945 has been amended, mandating the QR code on various kinds of products. Let's say in respect to HIV drugs, cancer drugs, cough drugs, all these malarial drugs, everything. So the upgradation and presentation of QR codes in all these kinds of drugs had been made compulsory. And also this QR code must provide the information about the date of the manufacturing, name of the manufacturing, and also details of the manufacturer and his ID. His ID, everything must be present in the particular QR code. This is what is mentioned in this particular article regarding the strengthening of the guidelines regarding the drugs. Okay, so this is what you must learn about this particular article, and here you can use this example as a case study where India has failed in order to prove its advancements in this. Okay, so this is what you should learn from this particular article. This is just used as an example in your answer writing, like amendments of the drugs rules and especially these provisions of the QR code you must highlight. So let's move to next. Last article, this is especially only for the prelims point of view. It is mentioning about R.D. Burman. So this article is mainly in the prelims point of view, especially in the art and culture. In the art and culture, every year we may get some type of questions with regards to persons in news. Persons in news. As like places in news in GS2, we will get persons in news from art and culture history. Now, let's see few little things about this R.D. Burman. So, who is he? He is one of the greatest musician and music composer of the Bollywood, where he has changed the face of the Bollywood music, because he is important has placed very important role. Why? Because he composed and he integrated the traditional music and also Western music into a single thing. This is the major thing, composition that has been done by this R.D. Burman. And also, he is an expert in various kinds of singing and various kinds of musical compositions, where he used to guide the musicians, and also he has given excellent result in the outcomes of these music compositions, like various tools, various music instruments, and integration of various Western music into Indian music. And this is what mostly you need to remember about this particular person. Because of his birth anniversary on 27 June, we're having this particular article. Just have a look, who is he? Let's say he is a great music composer of the Bollywood, where he integrated various music systems. So this is what we should learn from this particular person. Okay, so this is the person in news. Okay, that's all for today. Today's important news articles, where I have segregated the things which are important for prelims and also which are important from the mains point of view. And I also have given some of the words by highlighting it in the green ink, where you can store it one particular place and you can use it for the further answer writing. So this is about today's news analysis. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe and follow to Vayu News Analysis. So subscribe to Vayu IAS Academy. Thank you.